Okay, we're officially live. Swinging Bull here. PB alerts. Give it a few moments for some people on the socials to pile into the stream. Regular session bell, or I'm sorry, the closing bell rings in about 20 seconds. Got about 20 more seconds. We got open reporting earnings, and we have NEM reporting earnings. Give it a few more moments. Okay, there's the closing bell. So regular session's officially closed. Let's look at the two stocks that are reporting earnings here. First one is Open Door Technologies. What's up, Elizabeth? I'm streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Kick, and X. So I'm streaming all over the place right now. But Open Door Technologies reports at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. Forecast EPS negative 0.09. Forecast revenue 596.3 million. And Newmont Mining Corporation, they also report at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. So we should get both. We should get both of these earnings reactions at the same time. And for Newmont, the forecast EPS $2.03, forecast revenue 5.7 billion. And let's look at it. We got a little bit of time to kill here. Go to chart view. There we go. Mara had a nice uptrend today. That was nice to see. I got shares of Mara. Anyways, open and NEM. Okay, so open, we got a few minutes to burn here. Open, let's just take a look at some of the financials and fundamentals. So just so for those that don't know, open, they're in the real estate operations. So Open Door, you've probably seen some advertisements on TV or whatever. But they're e-commerce platform for residential real estate transactions. That's what Open does. They're located in the U.S., Arizona. But Open, okay, they got a negative EPS, negative 0.43 going into the earnings. 804 million float. Income statement. Yeah, this company doesn't actually look too good. 5 quarters back to back negative net income. So they're not even pulling a profit. Probably something I wouldn't personally trade, but maybe day trade or something, but I wouldn't swing it. Debt to asset 69%. That's not bad. Got 962 million in cash and equivalents. And the thing that gets me with the stock, they just don't make any profit. They don't make any money. So that's a little concerning. But we'll see what happens with their stock price when the earnings data drops here in a few minutes. For NEM, this is Newmont Corporation. They're in metals and mining. They're a gold company and a producer of copper, zinc, lead, and silver, with operations or assets in Africa, Australia, Latin America, and Caribbean, North America, Papua New Guinea. So they got operations or assets in quite a few countries there. And NEM, nice and positive PE ratio. This is obviously the better of the two companies, trading around 125 today. Trailing 12-month PE ratio 19.5. They do pay a tiny dividend, 0.8%, probably quarterly. Last ex-div date was November, then was September, then it was end of May. But yeah, they pay a small dividend. Let's take a look here. 1 billion float. And see, this is what I'm talking about here. Nice and profitable company. Year-over-year numbers nice and green. That looks great. 5 quarters back to back, all positive net income. So that's good. This company, this is in good shape. Debt to asset only 38% and downtrending. So that's good. Almost $6 billion as of September 30th in cash and equivalents. So Yeah, out of the two companies, obviously NEM is the better company, but it's about 4:04 p.m. Both companies are supposed to report at 4:05. So probably about another 30 seconds and we'll get the stock price reaction here to the earnings data. And I'll get the EPS and revenue for everybody, any guidance, any commentary. And we'll find out when they're going to do their earnings call and how to get there and all that fun stuff. So got about 10 more seconds until it's 4:05. So we should start seeing some volatility here any moment. Okay, here we go. All right, there goes NEM. Let's give it a second for the price to settle down. Open's is starting their reaction as well. Just give it a second because sometimes that first move isn't the real move. We see that all the time with the earnings reactions. NEM still thinking about what it's going to do. It came closed the regular session at 125.47. Came up to 128.50 to the penny, then came all the way back down. And price still thinking about what it's going to do here. It is green in post market. Open looks like a positive reaction so far. Obviously, we'll see if it holds up. Again, gonna give these a few minutes because sometimes it reverses quickly with this earnings reactions. So I like the price to settle. Open's coming back down. And it's still flickering. So we got the volatility. The data is obviously out. Let me see which one I can get for everyone first. Okay, so open. Go here. Okay, so Open's data is out. Okay, this is from TechFlow, posting some information for us. Okay, and this is on Open. So looks like a big miss on EPS, but it's not selling off yet. They did beat revenue. So they beat revenue, missed EPS. EPS is down 688% year over year. So it looks like investors are reacting positively because of the big revenue beat. The estimate for revenue, 594 million. They just reported 736 million. So huge revenue beat on Open. I'm not sure how sustained this is going to be because they absolutely dropped the ball on EPS. And even though they beat revenue, the revenue is down 32% year over year and 20% quarter over quarter. The revenue is down. So revenue beat, but profitability is not looking good as far as, it's collapsing. Revenue beat's only going to carry you so far. So we'll see. So far, it's a positive reaction. It's up almost 10%. Let's see what else I can find. And here's a nice little graphic from AI Stock Savvy here. So huge EPS miss, but a decent revenue beat. However, the year over year for revenue is down 32%. So not quite sure why investors are buying this up right now. I'm assuming because it was a pretty solid revenue beat as far as the expectations and what the actual were. Solid beat, but everything else, it doesn't really look good on the other fronts. Obviously, the big revenue beat is exciting investors right now. So there's definitely some buying going on Open. It's up over 12% now. It's up over $5 a share. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. It's up 60 cents a share, excuse me. They closed the regular session at 4.65. They're trading in the 520s right now. So big revenue beat by Open. That's why it's getting a positive reaction. Hasn't topped out yet. Just hit 533. As soon as it starts pulling back a little bit, I'll draw some levels on the chart and see what we're working with. Let me look at a few other things here. And then we'll find out when Open's going to do their call. So I know any investors for Open probably going to want to know that. Still buying coming in on Open. Look at that. Just hit 5.40. Just hit 540. Look at a few other things here. Let's see. Let me scroll up on my other screen real quick. Yeah, so again, opens data. I don't like it. It's a bad earnings data in my opinion, but we're definitely seeing buying and after hours here. So sometimes the market just doesn't make sense, does it? But here's kind of what I was talking about open. The only thing positive I see here is they beat revenue expectations. That's really the only thing I see. Everything else is red across the board. There's no growth whatsoever, actually declining revenue and EPS, and that's year over year, quarter over quarter. I wouldn't be too confident in this pump we're seeing here. Just FYI, this move could probably get faded pretty easily going into tomorrow. So be careful with it. I would imagine maybe some profit taking now that it's up a bit. I mean, it's up almost 11%. It's already starting to pull back a little bit. This is a 5-minute chart. Like I say, I'm just not confident in this positive reaction. I don't think it holds. I don't know when it'll retrace, but the earnings data, in my opinion, was not good. Let me draw some levels on the chart and just kind of see what we're working with here. Or draw it down to like close to where it started printing these green candles here. So okay, so it's pulled back 25% so far. The next level down, probably around in between 50% and 0.61. It's probably going to be right around $5 a share. So that's probably my support level number one as far as extended hours price action goes. $5 a share. Let's see if it can hold 5 a share. If it can hold 5 a share, maybe it's still got some juice left and comes up to test after hours high, which is right around $5.40 a share. But like I say, the earnings, I don't think they were good. I think this positive reaction is just from the revenue beat. And yeah, they did beat revenue expectations by 24%, but year over year, revenue is down double digits and quarter over quarter. So I'm not really seeing it. Not sure why it's there's buying coming in right now. I don't think it lasts. I think that move gets faded soon. So we know what's going on with open. Again, not to sound like a broken record, basically the only positive thing I see is the revenue beat. Everything else looks pretty bad. But anyways, let's find out when they're going to do their call. Let's see. I'll post this link in the comments for everybody. Anyone else wants to go there and take a deeper dive in their earnings. Let me go back here. Okay, and then we're going to go to Newmont Corporation. That's the mining company, the better of the two companies. Okay, so here's their investor relations page. Let's see. Let me scroll down a little bit. Okay, here's the press release for today's earnings. We can click on that. And if you go to that link I posted in the comments, you can get this PDF document that I'm looking at. And it's 9 pages long. And you can take a deeper dive into the earnings if you want there. But I want to find out when they're going to do their call. And maybe the higher ups can give some more clarity on what's going on here. Give me 1 second here. I want to check my settings on something. Actually, I'll probably just do it after the stream, but that's okay. So let's find out when they're going to do their call. What's up, Nikki? We're just hanging out. Let me go back a page. And here's the events right here. So here's this is going to be the earnings web call right here. And it's going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern. Okay, that's when they're going to do their earnings web call. So if you go to that link I just posted, go to events, and you'll be able to listen in on their actual Q&A session and all that stuff. Again, that's 5 p.m. Eastern, right? So let me move this out the way. So we know what's going on with open. Let's check out NEM. A little bit of indecision going on with them. They wicked down. Oh, well, they closed the regular session at $125.40. They wicked down to, let me just scroll in here, 124.57. Then they came all the way up to 128 and some change. Now they're back down, trading just above where they closed the regular session. So kind of indecision on NEM. Let's see what other data I got for everybody on that. And we'll take a look and see what their EPS was, what their revenue was. I mean, NEM's earnings look a lot better than Open Door. Here's a quick snapshot from the earnings correspondent for Newmont. So double beat on NEM. Again, the forecast EPS was $2.03. They reported $2.52. So nice beat there. Revenue expectation was $6.2 billion. They reported $6.8 billion. So double beat by Newmont. Year-over-year numbers and quarter-over-quarter numbers for EPS and revenue, green across the board, double-digit percentage growth there. NEM looks good, and they're not moving. Open's earnings data did not look good, in my opinion. I think the buying's coming in because of the big revenue beat, but everything else on Open Door was not good, in my opinion. Newmont's earnings look good, and they're not really moving. So it just goes to show sometimes the market just doesn't make sense. Investors still digesting the earnings data on NEM. The implied move on NEM is around 5%. But I'll post the double beat in the comments for Newmont. Here we go. And let's find out when they're going to do their call. Give me 1 second here. Here's another little graphic on Newmont Corporation that shows the double beat. And EPS up 78% year over year. Revenue's up 20% year over year. So NEM's earnings look good. I like it. It's obviously the better of the two stocks. Let's find out when they're going to do their call. Let me see. And Newmont also reported their 2025 mineral reserves. They have 118.2 million gold ounces and 12.5 million tons of copper. That's a lot. All right, let's find out when they're going to do their call. It's almost 4:20 here. So NEM, go to their investor relations and let's take a look. Okay, Open Door still holding up. It's looking like a grats to the Open Door bulls, but again, just my opinion, I'm not sure that positive reaction holds. We'll see though. We will see. Here's the link for Newmont Corporation, their investor relations page. Put that in the comments for everybody. What's up, Tammy? Good to see you. All right, let's go to the news release here. Here it is right here, February 19th. And this is a 22-page PDF document. I'm just going to go over the press release there. Here's some commentary from the CEO of Newmont. Okay, there's some buying coming in on Newmont finally. So it is green. It's up almost 1.4%. The CEO on Newmont, Natasha Viljoen, I think is how you pronounce it. There we go. There's some buying on Newmont right now. Look at that on the right. Nice green candle. They say in 2025, Newmont maintained its position of having the industry's largest gold reserve base, declaring 118 million ounces of reserves. Wow. Representing decades of production life with meaningful upside. Through the disciplined application of technical rigor in our leading exploration program, we remain focused on extending mine life, discovering new opportunities, and unlocking value across our world-class portfolio of operations and projects. Let me start that event then. No, it says it's live. It's just there's another stream going on in the Discord right now, so there's just two of them going on. But yeah, I'm definitely the stream is live. Anyway, some highlights. And matter of fact, these earnings streams, I'm going to talk to the higher ups, but I'm probably not going to stream these on Discord anymore. It's just kind of ends up being a waste of time, and we've got to constantly go back and forth. But no worries. So some highlights about Newmont. We already kind of went over some of this about their 118 million ounces of reserves in gold. So anyways, let me just see when they're going to do their call. That's what I want to know. It's 420. Let me go back a page here. Give me 1 second. Here, I'm gonna post this picture for Tammy over here. No, what I meant, Tammy, by it being live is it shows the stream is live. That's the screenshot right there. Okay, so anyways, yeah, let's find out when they're gonna do their call, and that's probably it for me today. Let me go down to upcoming events. Okay, so they're gonna do their call at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Okay, and that's today, of course. So about another hour and 10 minutes for Newmont. But yeah, today's stream was short and sweet. These two companies aren't too popular. It's just two of the ones that I thought were the most popular out of the ones that were reporting their earnings. But yeah, that's really all I got. As far as people listening in on the socials, if you're looking for a free watch list every morning that gets delivered every morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, check that first link in the description. We've been getting a lot of great feedback about those watch lists, and members have been making some good money on it. So it's completely free, doesn't cost anything. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their night. And until next time, I'll see everyone in the very next stream. Cheers, y'all.